All right, how is that? Okay, I know it's just black behind me, but this used to be the closet, and Tom and I converted it to a book nook. I guess it was, I don't even know when it was, January sometime. Today, I was just feeling really under the weather because if you've been following me on Instagram, I started the keto diet last week, and for a whole long thing, and I actually debated whether to make that my 10-day tackle to kind of document my journey through it, since it's a completely crazy body restart. But I didn't want to draw attention to that and not, I felt like it would take away from the other participants in the 10-day tackle. So anyway, the point is, I just was feeling I'm suffering from what's called the keto flu at the moment, and a lot of it is just feeling super weak and super tired. So it's been really hard. And so for today, what I thought I would talk about is I wanted to just have a simple conversation of kind of some fundamentals when it comes to marketing, especially if you're doing the 10-day tackle or if you've thought about starting a YouTube channel or something like this online. This is not something I want you to overthink, but it is something that I think would be helpful for you to just know and be aware of and keep in the back of your mind, so that when you start to find your rhythm, when you start to, the thing that you're creating starts to click and you're like, hey, I think this is what I can build a brand around, and you can create more content around that. Maybe this will help you figure out, kind of just how to frame things and your messaging and stuff like that. So this is from the first part of a social media marketing seminar I recently put together for small businesses. And basically, I was trying to introduce these concepts of branding, PR, marketing, and advertising using myself as an example for each one, because especially when it comes to these concepts, I feel like they overlap all the time and people kind of like use them interchangeably, but there is a difference between each thing, and it does matter. It really does matter to know the difference between each thing. So the very first thing when I started this seminar was I introduced myself with this slide. Hi, I'm Heather Ramirez. I have 10 years of experience in digital marketing. I'm a certified professional of social marketing by Hootsuite. I have 13,000 plus followers cross-platform. I've created over 500 vlogs, live streams, and podcasts. Huge content creator. And you can hire me for social media management, content creation, and new media coaching. Those are the services that I offer. So that was the first way that I introduced myself. And then the second way I introduced myself was that I played this 1-minute video ad for 02 to Hero, my online course, which I'm not going to play for you right now because it's a whole minute. But if you want to check it out, you can click here to watch it. But, it basically is an advertisement for my product. Then the third way I introduced myself was I played my progress party video. It's the channel trailer for my YouTube channel. It's like my favorite video I've ever created. It really just does a good job of summing up my journey and kind of like what I'm doing. It's about 4 minutes, so again, I'm not going to play it, but if you want to check it out, it's here. The fourth way I introduced myself was I took screenshots of comments that are on various different YouTube videos on my channel, and I just put it up on the screen for everyone to see, and I read them out loud. You are so strong and nice at the same time. It's incredible. No, wait, you're incredible. I'm another subscriber waiting to see what happens next. I just found this channel, subscribe immediately. You're going to be really big, you know that. I'm absolutely intrigued. I've started your journey series from episode 1 and can't stop. Thanks for this video. I started to cry just hearing someone else say so many things I can relate to, etc., etc. So those are four very different ways that I introduce myself. And then as I'm doing the seminar, I go into the introduction of the concepts, right? So first we have marketing. This bird in the dark blue, that is Bob the bird, right? And he loves to sing. He's a great singer. And you can see in this picture, he is telling Susie, the bird in coral salmon, he's telling Susie like, hey, I'm a great singer. And that is marketing, right? You are telling people that you are good at this, or you are an expert at this, or you're selling this, or, this is what you specialize in, whatever. It's coming from you, right? My first introduction is an example of marketing where I was telling you, I was directing the conversation saying like, I'm a digital marketer. I have this many experience, years of experience in this. I'm certified in this. Here are my qualifications. And this is why I'm good at this. That was an example of that. Now, the second thing I did was advertising, right? You could see that Bob is still going strong. He's singing and he's telling, Susie over and over again, I'm a great singer. I'm a great singer. I'm a great singer. And Susie is sitting there like, yeah, okay. Like, I am taking in the fact that you are hitting me left and right saying that you're a great singer. That's advertising because, as you can see here, it says, you're telling a person how they should feel. So if you buy Zero to YouTube Hero, you are going to learn how to build a YouTube channel from scratch, for example. So that's why that video ad is an example of an advertisement. That is how that is different from marketing, which marketing is more broad. It introduces HeatherJustCreate and Heather Ramirez and kind of my brand overall, but advertising, I'm specifically advertising one product for, a very specific, that serves a very specific purpose. Now, the third concept is branding, right? And you'll see in this photo that Bob is just singing, but he's not saying anything anymore. But Susie is now coming to the conclusion saying like, I know you are a great singer. Even though Bob's not having to say it, Susie is coming to the conclusion. And that's because Bob is just doing his thing. He's just singing. He's been singing at this event and that event. He's got a YouTube channel where he's singing. And because of all those things, Susie is coming to the conclusion on her own that when she sees anything that has to do with Bob, she already has in her mind that Bob is a great singer. That's why she knows you're a great singer. And it's the right person recognizing the right thing, right? Now, finally, the last concept is public relations. And you'll see that Bob is now not even in this picture. We've got Steve, who's in teal, and he's telling Susie, believe me, Bob is a great singer. I know, right? This is a third party now being involved, basically doing word of mouth, right? So Steve is telling his friend Susie, who's never heard of Bob, that Bob is amazing. And of course, Susie is going to trust her very long-time friend Steve. And that's what PR is. And so I forgot to explain this with branding, but branding, the example that I used was that YouTube video because, the 4-minute one that kind of summarized my entire journey, because basically my YouTube channel and all the content I've created over these years builds my brand for me. So regardless of where someone discovers me or where they enter in on my journey, whether they've been here from day one or whether they just discovered me through the 10-day tackle or whether, they met me halfway in, whatever video they're going to meet me at, most people will go to my channel and watch another video and see what I'm about. And between that piece of content, my Instagram, my Facebook, my, all the content I put out there, because I try to be really consistent with the branding, people should come to the conclusions in their head about what I do without me having to say anything. That's branding. And then for PR, the example that I used were the testimonials, right? So if you make a comment on YouTube, it's totally public. And what's one of the things that we love doing as YouTube viewers is we love reading comments, right? It's one of my favorite things to do. As soon as I'm watching like a video that's trending, I love to scroll down to the comments and see what other people are saying about it, because that's the whole thing with social media. We're creating conversations. And as a YouTuber or, a digital content creator, my Yelp reviews are the YouTube comments, because 100% most people who are going to watch a video are going to scroll down and read the comments. And when they see positive comments and, comments that it shows that the person actually watched the whole thing, that says a lot to someone who doesn't know me yet. It says a lot about the type of content that I create, what I have to offer, the value that I provide, stuff like that. So those are the 4 different things. I hope you kind of understand. I hope that was kind of clear, but the difference between marketing, advertising, PR, and branding. And the last point I want to make is that for branding and PR, these are the 2 things that are really, I don't want to say easy, but social media makes it very effective to do, to build personal branding and, public relations and branding through social media. It's really easy to do that compared to like marketing and advertising because, traditionally, marketing and advertising is a one-way street. You're watching a TV commercial, you're looking at a billboard, you're flipping through a magazine, you see an ad. It's the company or the brand talking to you, but you don't get to say anything back. You don't get to give feedback, you don't get to have conversations with them. It's just a one-way thing, right? They are telling you about their business or their brand. With PR and branding, though, especially on new media, that's why I specifically say new media, because digital media, that could still just be one way. It's like Netflix, right? It's digital content, but you still don't get to have the interaction. But with new media, hey, each one of you guys that leaves a comment on this video, I am going, I can reply to, and we can have a conversation, and we can connect, and, we could jump on a freaking Zoom call and do a Google Hangout and like build a connection, collab. The possibilities are endless. And that's a beauty of social media and YouTube and stuff like that, because the conversation has the potential, has the opportunity to be two-way. And what does that mean for someone who's trying to sell something? Well, it probably means that, you're not necessarily going to make a sale with every conversation that you create, but you build that loyalty, you build that fan base, that customer loyalty, that, hey, if I ever were to promote a product and it happened to be that, people who've been following me for a while are now in need of that product when I'm promoting it, they're automatically going to default to the person that they feel the most connected with, which hopefully is me. I think that's just something to think about, is that through a YouTube channel, you have the power, the opportunity to really build a strong, loyal fan base that is convertible. That, because of the two-way communication that you can have with your audience, that is something that a lot of brands just don't have, and they never will. And so they pay for influencers because the influencers have the two-way communication with their audience, but the brands don't. So if you start developing that community, hey, who knows where you can take it. So just something to think about. I hope that you found that helpful. If you have any questions, feel free to leave them in the comments. And you guys are doing awesome, and you're so amazing. I watch every single one of the videos that's in the hashtag, so you guys are doing a great job. And we are almost halfway there. Tomorrow will be the halfway point, so it'll be a lot of fun. Hopefully I'll be feeling better, but yeah. Anyways, I think this is way longer than I thought it was going to be, so I will catch you guys later. Bye.